So I think I shared the picture with everybody. Don't know if you've seen it. Perhaps you have. A couple went to court for a divorce, for their divorce case, and apparently they were wearing the same thing. In fact, it looked like your little mug there. That's
the color scheme,
exactly.
right?
That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
And the judge said to them, I don't think you guys are ready. You guys, I'm seeing the lights here. You guys should go home. In fact, I asked them to even sleep in the same bed until the case was adjourned. And I'm like,
wow.
What's up with divorces in Nigeria? This is in Nigeria, by the way.
Ordered to sleep in the same bed with someone you want, as in that is so harsh.
Is it?
It is being ordered by the court.
Then
to
well, maybe
sleep
not
in the
ordered.
same...
He suggested to them.
Okay, suggested, but anything a judge says is, it's being documented. That is, but I've heard in the past that many couples, especially in Nigeria, they are asked to go for, I think, over a year, a year to two years.
2 years of separation.
Separation.
Before the final divorce.
And I find that that's a long time. For it to get really, really bad or really, really good. I don't know.
That's the idea. So basically, by law, right, there are certain criteria that must be fulfilled before you can actually come to court to plead for divorce and all of that. So yeah, I think it's also like part of the conditions, exactly the process. And of course, more than anything, the things people feel, things people overlook a lot is the fact that the judge literally has discretion to actually do things like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it might sound funny and interesting, but yeah, I mean.
How bad can a case get? You did have a story from before.
Yes, I
about
did.
a Nigerian nurse outside the country.
Exactly.
What was that again?
So basically, there was a lady that got married to this man. Okay, so basically funded her education to nursing school, sent her to school. She went, had a great results, definitely. Got a really good job, I think, out of the country and all of that. So they literally leaving. And then for the first month, she earns her money and it's like, oh, okay, in appreciation, she gives the money to her husband. And say, okay, thank you for everything and everything. So next month, is expecting that. And then when she didn't do that, she demanded for it, and then she did that. So she had to keep on doing that. So she was thinking about it, and at a point she said, had to start lying because she believed she shouldn't be earning money and then giving everything. Do you understand? It was literally feeling like slavery to her. And then she started lying that, oh, I wasn't paid this month. I wasn't paid. Then he found out somehow that, oh, she's been lying. He literally beat her blue black and all of that. So everything, the oppression, literary things like, I made you, I own you, and all of that. And then, of course, it was affecting her mind. When she goes to the office, she literally started making errors. People were asking her, like, what's the problem? Are you sure you don't need leave and all of that? But she was like, oh, no, she needs to work and stuff like that. So eventually, she made a medical error, losing a client. And losing a patient, losing a patient, and then all like indications pointed to her as being the problem. And of course, her job was on the line. She was literally battling depression at that point and everything. So one day, she literally comes home, acted like everything is okay. She made his favorite dish. They ate and literally consummated their marriage. And over again. And then they found both of them laying dead in an awkward position in bed a few days later. This feels like a Tyler Perry story.
Yeah, but this was actually real life.
Seriously.
But this was actually real life. And then really, really sad. So the question here is, I mean, at what point, I mean, people were asking, oh, who was wrong or who was right? And all of that. But then again, at what point could she have left? I mean, we're talking about divorce, right? And all of that could have been a better option. And basically, it's just really sad.
In this kind of situation, I think divorce would have been the better option, other than, committing crime and, killing both of them. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, what she didn't make the situation any better, right? What if kids were involved, right? Then communication is key. We've had relationship experts talk about this endlessly. Yes, did she indulge the behavior from the husband by, giving her first salary, which of course there's absolutely nothing wrong with what she did. She just felt that, okay, as a sign of submission, as a sign of appreciation for what you have done for me, this is what you should have. It's even in the Bible, right? In the Old Testament, where you're supposed to give certain commission, your first salary to your parents, right? But in this case, it was the man that sponsored her education, so it was right. But in the case where she couldn't take it anymore, she could have communicated to him, because in that story, it wasn't established if she did.
Right,
exactly. If it was just that, or it was going to be continuous. So then again, I felt that over time, you know who your partner is. You should already know how to handle this sort of situation. If it came to the point where she had to share her salary,
divide it into
Goes
two.
back to communication.
Right? It still goes back. Yeah, or
Hey,
maybe
let's discuss
if
this.
she didn't
It's
want,
not-
like I
it's not
said, it
working
also
out for
depends
me.
on who your partner is. If you don't want to communicate that part to him because you feel that he could get, voracious about it, or you don't know what his response would be, then divide the salary. You keep half and then you give him half.
I feel like the conversation should have happened before they even got married. It should have happened when he was
But, Titi,
paying
let's
for
bring it
the
back-
school.
Let's bring it back to the Nigerian instance now, where
Yeah.
this couple, let's just use this as an example, don't take my word for it, where this couple were asked to go back and,
Yeah.
perhaps try and make things, it brings to mind how difficult it is in Nigeria to actually get a divorce. Now, I'm not for divorce. I believe that everything should be able, that's a decision you go into and say, it's not for better, for worse. So. But when it is irreparable, the difficulty in the Nigerian setting in trying to get a divorce before things get this bad, is what I'm saying. Do they have that discretion to see that this one is psycho, even if they're wearing the same clothes, make it not go, that kind of thing? Is my question, is my query here.
Yeah, as much as it seems as if the judge just saw them and was like, oh, okay, both of you look too cute together. The anchor is anchoring and all of that. I think definitely there will definitely be different things that have been laid. Do you understand? There's certain days, for times like this, people go to court for flimsy reasons to get a separation, to get a divorce. Do you understand?
But then,
So to be
The
very honest,
funny thing is, it could have actually been a
that's
coincidence.
what I said is.
It got
Could have been a
coincidence about
coincidence.
what?
They came from different places and decided to wear the same outfit. Probably just coincidence.
Or they're just, or they've just reached that point in their relationship where they're like, you know what? I don't think this is happening. I've been thinking, so how about let's just get it? Abi, now.
Okay, so-
it could just be an agreement. What I
yeah.
wear, okay, let me wear the same thing. Just not because but because
Yeah, but then again, when a couple or when a man or a woman, it depends on whoever is suggesting the divorce, gets to that point, right? You have already met with your legal, with a lawyer,
team, yeah.
right? With your legal team or with your lawyer. And then your lawyer actually explains the process to you before that divorce is finally
And number one is don't wear the same thing on that day.
right? So one of which is separation
actually,
within
yeah.
2 years. So within
Correct.
the 2 years, your lawyer also takes you through several processes as to which, okay, are you sure you really want to do this with this person? Even at some point, both legal teams from the man and from the woman meets, and then they have that final agreement.
If only that process was applied at the start of marriage.
Yeah,
Like
sure.
in the case of the nurse now, those discussions would have been had, perhaps with the counseling for couples who are about to get married.
In her case, there was a feeling of hope, especially she felt she couldn't do anything and decided that death was literally
That
the
was
way
too
out.
drastic.
But then again, that was drastic, and no matter what, even if it means you going to sleep outside, you'd rather do that than waste 2 lives. That's literally what happened.
Tell us what you think. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. We would like to know. Let's take a break now. We've got more coming your way. Do stay tuned.